Hey guys, welcome to the 2 a.m. pipe on the patio. Smoking a Savinelli 316 Pisa with some Coniston cut plug. That's some good stuff right there. I just finished mowing the backyard and the side yard over here. It was good getting all that done. Backyard looks awesome. Side yard looks fantastic. Side yard hasn't looked this good since we bought the place. I went all the way back to the tree line on the side yard, which I've never done before. Usually I don't get an early jump on mowing. My wife likes to let the flowers come up, so the pollinators, she's into the pollinator thing, which is great. I love it and everything, but God, my yard just is a mess if I don't do it. So this year I decided I was getting an early start, and so I got on top of this side yard early. Went out with after fall, I went out on the side yard with the weed whacker, and I just cut down all the stuff that had grown up. I thought it was all a big pile of rock out there, and these weeds were growing up through the rocks, which is why I never took the mower back in there. So I went over there and realized it's just ground. It's just dirt over there. So I went all the way back to the tree line with the mower, as far as the mower would go, and not get stuck. And man, it looks great over there. Gosh, it just looks awesome. But I figure if I mow every 2 weeks, it'll keep that looking really nice. It's a great place over there for people to park when they come visit. You know. The backyard, man, the backyard looks so good when it's cut. And I got to go out there with the weed whacker now and get all around the edges and everything, get it all looking perfect, like I like it. But this wind came up, and it's like, nah, ain't doing it. Ain't doing it now. It's I was just covered in grass and had to go in and change my shirt, get all the dirt and dust off me, and I still got it all over my face and stuff, and my hands are filthy, and had to clean off my glasses. So hit the hat a couple times on the ground so that it would, or on the my leg to get all the stuff off of that. It's I love doing this. I love mowing my lawn, and it bugs me to no end when I can't do it. So tomorrow will be the top yard, and then down in the meadow. Got to do some more branch cleanup still over here in the side yard. My neighbor's got a new guy mowing their yard, and he actually piled up all the branches that fell in their yard. The old guy they had used to just take them and throw them over into my yard, so I had to pick them all up, which I gotta say just ticked me off to no end. I never said anything, I just picked them up, but it drove me up a wall every time he did that. So we got a lot of trees over on this side over here. Some are mine, some are theirs. But he'd just throw the branches over onto my yard. This new guy, he actually piled them up in their yard, so I'll be doing some tree cutting over here, branch cutting this week. And when I do that, I'll just hook up my trailer and I'll go over there and I'll pick those branches up and take them down to the street. They're good neighbors, man. I love those guys. They're just great neighbors. Really are great neighbors. Both sides, I have wonderful neighbors. Hardly ever see them, which is probably why they're so great. The neighbors to my left are two retired doctors, and they do a lot of traveling to India to provide medical service over there, which is pretty awesome, I think. And so I haven't seen their dog in a long time. I used to watch their dog a lot. I haven't seen their dog. I have a feeling their dog passed away. But I used to watch their dog when they would leave, and they haven't asked me to watch their dog in quite a while, and I haven't seen their dog. They used to just let the dog run around and do its business on their yard, and he'd come over to my yard every once in a while, and I didn't care. And he'd do it down in the meadow, and she was a sweet dog. She was a sweet dog. She didn't get along well with other dogs, which but when I'd watch her, I'd always bring her over here and put her in the backyard and just let her run around our backyard and do her business. Just to keep her from running wild around the neighborhood. Which is what they did. They just let her out. She'd run wherever she wanted to go, and then she'd come back when she was done. They told me to do that. I did it once, and I followed her, and she went, 6 houses down the street, and I'm like, nah, that ain't happening anymore. Not on my watch. And I was afraid she'd get hit by a car or something, you know, and I ain't gonna live with that. And not when I'm watching somebody else's dog. And God, I couldn't deal with that. And so I would just bring her over and put her in the backyard and let her do her business, and take her home, feed her, and I'd feed her and then let her out to do her business. Sweet dog. But I don't know, I haven't seen her in a while. I'll have to text our neighbor and see if she's still around. But they're good neighbors, and these neighbors here are great neighbors. We have a really big tree in our yard, and they wanted to hang a little tire swing in the tree, and so he came over and he asked for permission. I said, yeah, absolutely. And when it snows, they always come over and ask if their kids can use their little sleds and go down our front yard, because it's just perfect for sliding down in the snow. They're just good folks. They're just good, decent folks, and you know, their grandkids are little, and it's fun to. I get a huge enjoyment just watching their kids sled down the yard. McKinley likes watching them, and but we got good neighbors, and Granny across the street. I haven't talked about Granny in a long time. Granny had a stroke about a year ago. Granny's 90 some years old. She's in her 90s. Always out mowing her lawn and stuff, and she had a stroke. It's a pretty bad one, I think. But she still gets out there now and gets on her mower and mows her lawn. And I was talking to her not too long ago, and she's doing pretty good. And she doesn't quite get around like she used to. And but she makes me feel like I'm worthless, I'll tell you, because that woman works, and she is just a working woman, and she's out there, just her yard is just impeccable, and she'll get on me if I'm not keeping my yard up to her standards. Like last year when Denny did the no-mow May. No-mow May. You're supposed to not mow your yard during the month of May. And it lets all the wildflowers and everything come up for the pollinators. And so, well, Denny thought no-mow May meant you weren't supposed to mow until May was over. And we almost got divorced. Because my yard was getting just ridiculously long. And by the time I actually got out there to mow, I had to actually, well, went out there to mow, and I didn't have the John Deere tractor. I was just using the Craftsman riding mower. By the time I got out there to mow, it was so thick that I busted 2 belts going through that in the same day. And so I was not a happy camper. Just leave it at that. So I wound up having to pay somebody to come and mow my lawn, which I hate doing. I just hate doing that. But I couldn't get it done. There was no way I could do it. We had waited so long to mow. So Denny talked to the lady who lived here before us about the no-mow May. And she said, oh, no, you're supposed to mow up until May. And then you don't mow for the entire month of May. And you let the flowers come up, and then the pollinators and all that stuff come to your yard, and the yard looks beautiful with all the flowers in it and everything. But Granny was getting on me. Your yard's getting a little overgrown over there. I said, you need to talk to Denny. She won't let me mow. She's got this no-mow May thing that Kara told her about, because she was good friends with Kara, the lady that lived here before us. Kara told her something about no-mow May, and Denny won't let me mow. Oh, it was just every day I'd come out here and it was just, my yard was a mess, and it was killing me. Every day I was dying just a little bit more inside. McKinley's like, it doesn't look that bad, Dad. And I said, look at it. It's 1.5 feet tall down there. The grass is, down in the meadow, that meadow grass is just wild. So it's just meadow grass. So it grows so fast. So I wound up having to pay some guy $200 to come mow my lawn. Just the bottom part. I didn't even have him do the top part. I did the top part. Still kept breaking belts doing it because it was just so thick. So I got really good at putting belts on that Craftsman. I got real good at that, boy. I could put a belt on in 10 minutes, just nothing to put a belt on. And I had to have spare belts in here all the time because it was. So then we wound up buying the John Deere, and it's just been wonderful since then. I got a spare belt here for the John Deere. I need one more. It's a different belt. It takes 2 belts for this one. One for the deck, which I don't have. And then this one, which goes from the deck to the PTO, which is they call the mule drive, which makes the thing spin. And the PTO runs the hydraulics, but it also runs the pulley that makes the other belt work, that runs the other pulleys that have all the blades on them. Because it's a tractor. It's not a. So it's got what they call a mule drive, which connects to the PTO, which runs all the hydraulics. But man, I love that John Deere. Good gravy, I love that John Deere. It's like riding on a cloud compared to the Craftsman. That Craftsman used to jack up my back. That caused me more back problems than anything else. I need to sell it. I just need to sell it because I'm never going to use it again. I was going to give it to Channing, but Channing's grandfather, when he passed away, he had a new, much newer Craftsman at the house, so they're going to buy the house, and that Craftsman is part of that house deal they're getting. So I don't need to give it to Channing now, so I could sell it, and maybe I'll sell that and buy a trailer to load my tractor on when I need to take it down and have it worked on and stuff. When we got the John Deere, or the Craftsman, the guy that sold us the Craftsman was going to give us a trailer for free. And stupid me, I said, nah, I don't need that. What am I going to, I'm not doing this for a business or anything. The number of times I could have used that trailer for moving things, and just to have, for moving to go get the John Deere and that kind of stuff, would have been awesome. I just kick myself every time I think about it. I kick myself. And now I look at them and they're $500, $600, $700 to buy one for a cheap one. But I had to rent one to go get the John Deere because I didn't have one. Just my wife was like, I can't believe you said no. I said, I can't believe you didn't tell me. No, you'll take it. You'll take it. What are you going to do? Live and learn. So I told her, now anytime something like that happens, you override me. You tell me no, we'll take it. We want that. Could have used that when we got the snow plow, but that did fit in the back of the truck. I was just lifting it up to get it in there right after I'd had surgery on my leg and stuff, and that was not easy getting it out. They just would have come in handy so many times getting this cabinet here. I never said I was smart. I've never claimed to be smart. Coniston cut plug. That is some great tobacco, man. I'm telling you guys. So tomorrow we're supposed to go get all of our stuff we've got being sharpened up. Hopefully we'll get that tomorrow. Not sure. It's supposed to be ready tomorrow. Get my sling blade. That's going to come in handy. And then this week, I think it's supposed to rain Tuesday, and then we're supposed to have pretty much clear days till Saturday, I think, or Sunday, and then have one day of rain, and then it's supposed to be clear again. So I'm going to attack that back hill, which is going to be so much fun. I'll be using that this tool right here that you can't see because it's on the ground, but that tool that Piper Dave sent me. I've got it all set up, ready to go. And I got the saw blade on it, and that's going to go just clear that back hill off. Then we got to go get some stuff to spray, the poison to put on those trees, those invasive trees. And I got to treat that ivy that's climbing up that one tree out here before it gets too crazy. I'll use that same stuff on that. And what it does is you cut it. You cut about a 4-inch piece out of the vine, and you fill one of those bottles up with the poison, and you put the poison on the bottle on the vine. You tape it on there. I'm gonna sneeze here. And it sucks the poison down into the root of that vine and kills it. And it doesn't bother any other stuff around you. I forget the name of the poison. I think it's glyphosate or something like that. Anyway, that's what is going on here. Just got a notification that there's some motion out in front of the front door, so the deer must be out there. I can't see them because of the car and the truck. But it's that time of night. It is 6 o'clock. Yep, there's the deer right there. So the deer come up every day about 6 o'clock looking for apples or peanuts or something from us. And they're I love this place. I just love this place. But anyway, that's what's going on here, and I hope that you guys have a good one. Love y'all. God bless. Catch you later.